What's up, guys? How's it going? Just wanted to jump on and share some energy with y'all. Feel free to like, share, follow, comment, subscribe as always. Just gonna pull some live energies for you. Okay. Hope you guys are doing well. Spirit of gratitude, joy, love, and light. Highest possible messages at this time. The deck's already pre-shuffled, so I'm just gonna run and gun with it. Let's see what energies want to come out here first. Spirit of gratitude, joy, love, and light. Highest possible messages at this time. For whoever needs to hear this message. I haven't been hearing or feeling or seeing the energies and the voices that I've been wanting to on YouTube lately. So I decided to do it my damn self and log on like the bad bitch that I am. Eight of Cup in the upright. This is, well, we all know what the Eight of Cup is in the upright here. Okay. And if you don't, stick around. I'll help weave all of this for you. Six of Wand in the upright. So, what's really looking as a walking away is the stage being set for your victory here. That's just how it looks. Now, the question is it a victory of, you know, the same vicinity, i.e., in the same location, or is this actually leaving where you're at location wise? Let's try to flesh this out. Let's just try to contextualize this and answer that first question here, Spirit. Are we physically relocating, or is this more so someone, their soul, their spirit is feeling as if they are walking away from what they envisioned, only to be surprised and shook by this Aquarius full moon victory, is how it's reading here. Notice the shades of the World card here at the top of the Six of Wands, that wreath, okay? This is not resting on your laurels, right? He's wearing a laurel wreath as well, and he has a wreath around the victory wand, right? Winning. So it's shades of the World card there. Now, I want to say it's when you walk away is when you really win. But again, that might not read or track with where you're coming from in the context of your story. So hence why we're asking, are we physically moving away from a location, or is this more so metaphorically when we're thinking we're walking away from our goals and our achievements, we're actually walking into the victory? So let's try to answer that for a Spirit. Are we physically walking away, or is this more so at the last second when we're losing all of our motivation? Is it transforming into a victory here? So let's try to contextualize that. That's a loud and clear question here. So this is coming out of conflict. So to me, this is not answering the question by defining it as physically walking away. This is more so, yes, it's saying that by you walking away, you're coming out of a conflict, but you're also being given this new action opportunity here. But again, I'm not convinced that it's in reference to walking away from a physical location. To me, I'm more so convinced that it's crossing this threshold, crossing this finish line, the 5 in the reverse pointing to the 4 wands in the upright, which is a finish line. This is a celebration. But again, I'm not convinced that it is leaving a physical location. Call me stubborn. I think that if I'm contextualizing this with where I'm coming from, yeah, call me stubborn because I'm not one to throw in the towel and walk away, so to speak. So, I beg of the same question here. Now, this says that the stubbornness and the discipline, they go hand in hand. And I feel as though that it's wanting to pay off. Again, I'm not getting that like Six of Swords having to leave, you know, physically, viably. It's more so, you know, maybe something has to be put on pause, i.e., the methodology in which you wanted something to play out or be completed in its construction with the Eight of Cup in the upright. But that doesn't necessarily mean that you will not revisit this, um, this construct here. Now, not for nothing, but oddly enough, let me just do some mental math here. I might be quiet here for a second, or I could just kind of give you this visual as well. There's 5 cups on the bottom row, 3 cups on the top. We know that one is missing. That would make 9. But then what is there just going to be one more at the top of that? That seems very odd. If it's going to make a pyramid, it should be 5, 4, 3. So it's 12, and then another 3 with the 2 and the 1. So that would be 15 cups. And to me, that is 5 and 1. That's 6 cups. So to me, this is like a revisitation of the soulmate type energy, the youthfulness, the innocence, this sharing, this caring, this. I'm being drawn to flowers. Flores is my grandma's last name. She's actually staying with my mom at this time. It's a little inside baseball, but feel free to apply it to you if it resonates as well. Again, that 5, that 4, that's 9, that 3, that's 12. Yeah, and that's 15 cups. That's the 1 and the 5. Now, 15 cups might be 15 weeks. You could also allude to 6 weeks. It's about a month and a half, as we know. So let's dive a little bit more into this. I've never really saw the Eight of Cups in that light, though, but it's interesting. Of course, we have the Ace of Wand here featured if we offset the 6 and the 5. Okay. This disciplined lifestyle, and then you could also see that wand there too. Now, it feels as though that you kind of have your vision and direction. It seems as though that you feel that if I just stick to my guns, I will eventually come out victorious. And that might be very, well and true. That might be rightly so here. I'm not really seeing anything to suggest the contrary here. But again, oftentimes, as it's highlighted here, you may feel as though that you don't see the actual kind of success here. It could be that you are not seeing viably 3 of Wands in the reverse, that success that you would like to be seeing here. So you could, continue to work on your vision, project your vision, project the kind of levels of success on top of what you know now is your kind of current present reality, and believe in yourself. Most importantly, I think that that's very underrated nowadays. You don't hear that message a lot. Something also that I got interesting earlier was um, the whole idea, which was shared through a TikTok video. Actually, it was DJ Khaled. Full disclosure, he was on Drink Champs, and he was saying that God believes in you, and what I derived from that was that we know that because He put you in this position that you're at. He put you down this path and down this journey that your life has been up until this point, and He wouldn't have done that if He didn't believe in you and didn't believe that you would come out successful here. So if truly this is just a matter of sticking to your guns, it's like I have a keyboard here in front of me. You can probably hear me. It's not plugged in, obviously, but that's the key being tapped here. Another analogy that I kind of stumbled upon, I was talking to my mom on the phone recently, and we're talking about like the science behind music and harmony and resonancy. And you have examples of, like, again, videos where they show tuning forks picking up on the same frequencies if they're tuned to the same hertz. It's almost as if, and so this analogy came up in conversation, where if your environment is signaling this kind of chaotic orchestra, but you're standing true, sticking to your guns, and just playing your beautiful symphony of love, that's where thoughts come in. If thoughts are a palpable, tangible thing, you want to make sure that you're resonating in something akin to love, or something joyous and positive, all those high vibrational, lovey things that we talk about. But point being is that if you find yourself in a situation where the environment is signaling despair, there's not enough, remember that that's all just energy frequency. And, um, you know, don't be afraid to play contrary to that. Don't be afraid to speak abundance in the face of, what these negative um, messages are, to you. So it's almost as if, like, there's a piano player and there's a chaotic orchestra around him, but if he sticks to his guns and he keeps on playing the beautiful notes, it's almost as if the orchestra around him will sync to his beautiful melody. Because I feel as though that it burns more and it takes more calories to keep that chaos going, as opposed to truly attuning to the frequency of the earth, which is actually just kind of peaceful in its own accord. We as human beings have to do a lot of work to create war and conflict and disaster. So it's almost like a child burning himself out. You know what I'm saying? So I find that fascinating, and that's a good thing if you look at the microcosm and apply that to yourself as well. I'm burning energy, you know, making these videos. I'm burning energy during workouts. I'm burning energy doing music. As long as it's positive and healthy and constructive, then I don't see any problem with that. Let's see here. What else? Anything else here, Spirit? So we're speaking to a walking away that's almost conceding a victory here. Let me take a drink here of my special drink. But not having to throw the baby out with the bathwater here, meaning not necessarily in specific applications. Everyone has a different story. It might cause for relocation, but not necessarily having to is what I'm seeing here. Um, Again, for hyper specific storylines, that might very well be a physical relocation, but um, I'm not seeing that that's kind of dead to rights there. Let's see here. Anything else, Spirit? Yeah, I feel as though that kind of stubbornness slash discipline will pay off. I think that there is that kind of competition here. It's interesting because the two five of wands came out, one in the reverse, one in the upright. And this might be what you're into right now, is going through that. Um, if you're in a job application process, if you're trying to compete for a role, for a position, that might feel as though that's the situation that you're in. But I feel as though that if you, again, keep on persisting, you're bound to strike oil somewhere, even if it's applying to various different jobs. That's the feel of it, and there will be a time where you will not have to fight as much, but trust that you're given enough to be able to do so accordingly. Six of Pentacles in reverse might feel as though that you're not being compensated properly. Again, that's only one dimension, right? The financial currency. But again, that doesn't mean that you can't project that kind of harmonious, abundant, if you will, energy that you would feel otherwise if you did have, maybe those shekels reflected in your bank account. That's where I like to do the manifestation work, where you feel provided for and you feel the joyous energies beforehand. And I think that if you pay attention throughout your day, any given day, um, Spirit will provide you with that opportunity to, exercise those projections and work on that. Um, But at times, again, it can feel as though that there is no direction. Page of Wands in the reverse. Obviously, imbalance, Two of Pentacles in the reverse. But this is, consider this growing pains, okay? Consider, those times where things just feel kind of mind numbing, and, you're just spinning your wheels and you're not making your progress. Understand that that is the progress. Sometimes the victory is just being, just living one day, taking it a moment at a time, a day at a time. Those moments add up to a day. So, um, but if those kind of, moments that aren't too friendly as far as how you feel, um, you know, uh, have you feeling in this kind of like numbed out way, almost unbearable way, that might just be a notice to you to really kind of delve into something, try to jump into something positive, 2 feet. And usually when you do that, you lose a sense of time, you lose track of time. Knight of Swords in the reverse, this is an energy of slowing down. Queen of Swords in the upright, this is an energy of criticism, a critical analytical mind. Sometimes negative here. Hey, what's up, Angelica? Um, yeah, I mean, if you could tip or donate, that would help keep the energy going. But even if you don't send money, I'm trying to be positive and trying to have faith that, you know, the universe will bless me in some way energetically. Um, so the Queen of Swords in the upright, um, this is kind of like a negative. Uh, she gets the rap of like negative uh, logic, reason based mindset here. Um, Now you have this energy of slowing down after this energy of expanding. The Wheel of Fortune in the upright, which is always kind of a positive, joyous energy. Um, Now, it might be slow change, slow progress as well. It might not be that rapid overnight progress. And that's where this analytical negativity comes from. But it all seems to be lending itself to the Ace of Sword in the upright. Okay, and that is a victory. That is success here. So it's almost as if that kind of analyses, pays off with the Ace of Sword in the upright. Yeah, well, you could send a tip or a donation to Cash App, PayPal, or Venmo there, if you could be so kind. Um, if you're really concerned about that. But I have the information there in the text box. But if not, then no worries. I mean, I would like it, but no worries. Feel free to write a question if you have a question. Death in the reverse. This is again a rebirth. So the best that I could say is try as much as possible to enjoy the process. Don't like nickel and dime yourself. Is what I'm seeing here. I think that there's a lot more value in the momentum of things as opposed to looking at things as like brass tacks, because it's going to come when it's going to come here. Um, I'm seeing that when this new cycle starts, whether you're looking for a job or a relationship, this new job or this new relationship or whatever this kind of signals for you, there's going to be a lot of room for you to flourish. Because again, imagine like a phoenix from the ashes rising. That's the death card in the reverse. And then the judgment in the reverse is just like a lot of landing space, a lot of clearing space. Should I reveal the spiritual part to a video I'll make since I have barely funds, but my invention is clear? Will universe recommend that or reveal it later? Should I reveal the spiritual part to a video? Um, Um, let's see. Yeah, you could do it immediately. I see the Lover's card here, coming out for immediately. Um, yeah, I would say immediately. So let's see here. I actually want to use that Lover's card for this reading that I'm doing right now, this general collective reading. To me, there could also be a rebirth in this kind of twin flame journey. Somebody could be calling in a twin flame, because the Lover's card is here and that rebirth energy is here. Three of Pentacles in the reverse. This could be out of work or financially imbalanced here. Can you tell us about the Lover's card and then the Three of Pentacles? Lover's card is incoming communication. So I would not be surprised if something strikes up as far as romance. Can you tell us about the Three of Pentacles in the reverse, Spirit? Okay, so there will be a victory here as well. So I'm seeing kind of like a double victory is what it comes across as, um, in love and in work. It almost feels as though it's like hand in hand. Okay. Um, so, and I've been making that prediction for the longest, but the waiting for it to transpire is the hardest part. That's why I just say it's best to relax and enjoy yourself. No sense in sacrificing the enjoyment of now for what's to come. I think a lot about the life journey is, what do you do with your time in the meanwhile? Um, okay, anything else here, Spirit, that you want to talk about? We got the King of Cups in the reverse. This could be negative attribution, negative emotional energy. Okay. Okay, and we do still have a twin flame. The second twin flame card came out here. So someone could have negative emotions towards a connection. I would suggest not to let your past cloud how you see any future relationship connection. Okay, obviously learn from it, apply it moving forward, but don't let it, shade in how you view this connection here. I do see a masculine energy has his sights on possibly this feminine counterpart, the Virgo Nine of Pentacles. Okay, I would also be mindful of if somebody is not giving you the same energy and attention. And again, this is for the general collective. Take it if it resonates. If not, don't worry. No worries. I would be wary of giving your energy and attention to someone who's not giving it back to you. Okay. Yeah, because that might be a dead end. Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. So let those relationships die. Take it for how it is and what it looks like. If don't go extending and investing yourself in a direction where clearly you know um, that person doesn't want to invest in you. Now that Six of Cup in the upright that we alluded to earlier, um, that could be a fondness, a reminiscence, a nostalgia. All right, you might even be pulling that in during this Venus retrograde period in Leo, or be tempted to do so. You'll know, who to let into your life or not. Again, if it's a money pit or an energy pit, you don't necessarily want to involve yourself with those individuals here. But again, I always say that you can meet the same person in another person. You can meet a better version of that. And I feel as though that's the direction that this reading is speaking to. The star card in the upright. This is wish fulfillment. This is transmutation. This is the universe handing you a better version of that twin flame connection. It can be someone that you feel very familiar with. Okay. And this is not just limited to romance. It can be a work scenario as well, almost like a second shot, second chance. I'm also getting like history repeating itself. So don't be surprised if you feel like you've been there before, or you've been here before, and now you're zigging and zagging, um, when and where you're supposed to. Seven of Swords in reverse, making a beeline straight through to something. This is saying like rushing to being defensive. Somebody's rushing towards defensiveness. So you might want to be mindful of that. Again, if it's not something that you're witness to in your immediate environment, try to apply this as much as possible. Don't necessarily be so quick to be defensive, although I totally understand defensiveness. The Emperor in the reverse, giving your power away. Okay, so sometimes it could be that maybe we try to fight for something or die on a hill or be defensive for something, um, which is maybe our ego is, you know, attracting our energy in that direction. But this feels as though maybe you don't have to try as much. Maybe you don't have to put so much effort in because maybe some things are faded. Okay. So again, that's that kind of moving with the momentum, trusting your momentum and trusting yourself. Ten of Cup in the upright. This is happiness here. Okay, as we know. Family, harmony, things of that nature. Any clarity, anything else clarifying the Seven of Wands, Emperor in the reverse, Seven of Swords in the upright, fighting for something, defensiveness, wasting time and energy, possibly even fighting for a connection or a relationship, maybe. Queen of Cup in the upright. Okay, that could be a maternal figure, it could be Gemini Cancerian energy as well. Okay, you want to explain who the Queen of Cup is as well? And or this could be just a juxtapose. One person is in a happy environment and another person is fighting here. Okay, can you continue to tell us, Spirit, what about it, and or what is this Seven of Wands in the upright fighting for? Firstly, yeah, someone is fighting for that kind of, again, that wish fulfillment, and that's that second wish fulfillment coming out here. The first is the Star card in the upright. Um, yeah, it could be that someone is helping you achieve that wish. Okay, Six of Cups. Someone from a past connection is helping you fight the good fight here. Nine of Cups in the upright. This is the card of resume, career path, trajectory, things of that nature. Someone is fighting to establish themselves, to establish their independence here. There could be times where you're fearful of the direction that it's going. Okay, a lot of unknown energies here. Confusion, cloudy energies. Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. This is an investment. Ace of Cup in the reverse. This is an investment energy into possibly some sort of, again, work or authority or coming out of being trapped here and finally having the direction. So this might be energies of the week to come. Okay, Eight of Swords in the reverse, Page of Wands in the upright, knowing where you stand. You could be hearing back again from a job interview, knowing which direction to go, something that you invested in. Can you clarify the Hierophant, Spirit? Yeah, it's like a solo, like gun for hire, Five Cup in the reverse, and then not having to walk away. So it could be as a result of this Hierophant that you're not having to necessarily walk away from your dreams or your visions or your goals. Spirit, can you keep on clarifying the Hierophant? Who is this? Is this work related? Is this okay? Two of Cup in the upright, new contract, new relationship. Could be marriage energy as well. Spirit, can you clarify the Two of Cup? Obviously, everyone's story is different, but clarify for me what the Two of Cup is in the upright. Is this romance? Is this work related? What is the Two of Cup Hierophant kind of tradition or agreement about here? Okay, betrayal or out of one's hands here. Could be that a decision is out of someone's hands here. There's not anything for them to do yet, except almost kind of wait to get the call. It seems like to rush forward with the Chariot and the Page of Wands in the upright. The Empress giving birth to. What is that Empress giving birth to? Seven of Pentacles in the upright. Okay, something being able to finally kind of grow in after a decision. King of Swords in the upright. Yeah, Seven of Pentacles. Things are growing in now after that time of no contact, no communication. Again, is this work-related, Spirit? I would imagine Seven of Pentacles precedes the Eight. And it does feature someone kind of working for this kind of return here, right? This would be a work card as well. Nine of Swords in the reverse, coming out of worry. Spirit, can you continue to clarify this is work-related, I would imagine? Hierophant and the Two of Cup. Hierophant and the Two of Cup. Yeah, both the Nine of Swords came out in the reverse. The second one just came out here. Work-related here, an inner knowing. It's almost as if like this inner knowing that this time of instability can't last forever. Okay, Six of Swords in the upright. This is that travel energy now. Spirit, can you continue to clarify Hierophant, Two of Cup, and travel? Would we be traveling to? Or yeah, there's that finish line though. The Four of Wands. We spoke to that earlier. Traveling to this finish line. And again, that Eight of Cups said, to me, it's saying it's not going to be this kind of physical relocation. Now, the Wheel of Fortune did speak, it sometimes references travel, but I didn't read it in that way, if I'm being honest. I didn't get that sense of travel. If anything, it was just referencing kind of growing and expanding, I would say, beyond like an X. Okay. Yeah, because that Six of Pentacles was lack of receptivity. Hmm. Yeah, we'll illuminate it further. Can you clarify the Four of Wands? Again, is this work related? It could be interpreted as marriage, traveling to some sort of union. Can you clarify what these unions are? Hierophant, Four of Wands, Two of Cups, Six of Sword in the upright, Spirit. Five of Pentacle, discipline paying off. It's like the discipline out in the cold finally paying off. Nine of Cup in the upright, that career work energy. Going through the fog, going through the distraction, okay, going through all of the time that it's taking, still trying to kind of strategize yourself to meet this happiness halfway. Knight of Pentacles, Seven of Sword here. So you've had to leave offers that you didn't think was a fit or what have you, and that may have caused for a more difficult path, but and some more blindness as to where you would be, obviously sadness and sorrow, but it helped manifest, I would think, a better, more suitable position here. Any reason as to why the Six of Cup is in the reverse here? Incomplete. Yeah, very much. To me, it is like a cutting ties to the past type energy. Um, and that kind of, yeah, for that Ten of Cup to, I do feel as though that it is kind of getting that occupation or that job or meeting that offer halfway. Okay. And a lot of it is, not breaking, not reverting to the past, especially during hard times. So to me, I would see more so that Two of Cups as like, establishing yourself in that Nine of Cups to lead to the Ten of Cups here. Spirit, can you clarify? Four Wands, Two of Cups, Hierophant, Six of Swords. I'm assuming that it's an occupation, it's a job, it feels like something to bring about that stability here. Yeah, something coming to help facilitate that. To me, that's a confirmation here. Okay, it's like the king sending his messenger in regards to a decision that you will be happy about, even though the sun's in the reverse, you will be open to it. And now that page is in the upright. So now you're starting to get wind of the fact that things are turning up here, it feels like. Yeah, double confirmation, Knight of Wands coming to you. You might not see it, but that manifestation is coming in, that decision is coming in to help with that rebirth that we spoke to. Two of Swords in the reverse now. Death card still in the reverse, allowing you to come out of this stagnancy, this period of little to no movement that you were kind of trying to rally against. Okay. And that you were being hypercritical of. I think you will be pleasantly content here. I'm getting like a 0 to 100 type feel. Some new action being given to you that you don't see. Another chance, another opportunity here. This came out before another chance and another opportunity here. It's really going to free you up. This fresh new start, it's going to help you. It kind of makes that first card that came out, look a little better, right? Because it's not necessarily characterized as the Eight of Cup, it's more so characterized as the Fool card because you're being given this walking stick. Remember, the Eight of Cup has the walking stick, Fool card has the walking stick. It's this new opportunity, it's new life. It's like you're signing a new lease on life, given this new chance to come out the darkness with that Devil card, the second Devil card in the reverse here. You felt that you were not in the right place because it could be that you've been out of work, it could have been what have you. But again, all signs are saying, don't worry, you're going to be freed up from this and you're going to come out victorious. Okay, you may have felt like you were giving power away. Spirit, speak to that, please. But you were still working nonetheless, somehow, some way, and that's going to pay off. You were still applying yourself. Remember, we saw that strength card, and that's that breakthrough, that's that payoff, along with those Ace of Wands, Ace of Swords, I believe came out too. So it is really this kind of like, and it's going to bring about stability, sticking to your guns, keep on hitting that wall with the sledgehammer because it's bound to kind of strike here and discharge. Keep on being that perfect blend of stubborn and disciplined here because it will pay off even though you're not seeing it right now. You will get an offer that's going to help bring about balance and justice to you. I'm not just saying things just to say them. Look at an offer to bring about balance and justice to you. Scales of balance. Two of Pentacles in the reverse meant imbalance. You know? And this is going to help signal the completion of a cycle. This is going to help signal a wrapping up of the cycle here. And you're going to be able to look back on this and reflect when you weren't empowered with this offer. It's going to be something to celebrate. It's going to be something that's going to make you forget all the bad shit. It's going to be well worth the wait, is what it's saying here. Knight of Swords in the reverse, Temperance in the upright, that extra slowed down movement. But again, it's movement nonetheless. Okay, and just keep in mind that, you know, there will be times where you will have to act, but the majority of the time it feels as though it's outside of your hands. 10 of Swords in the upright. But that's going to go 0 to 100 really fast. You're going to have this opportunity to work or continue kind of chipping away. You just need to take care of yourself in the meanwhile, because the biggest fight is keeping your hopes and your spirit up. Right? It's less to do with action, more so how you're conducting yourself. Hey, how's it going, Enchantress? So as to make it to that finish line, which is that wish fulfillment. And I feel like you see it. I feel like you know that you are like much closer than, you know, it's this something's got to give type energy. Yeah, 10 of Pentacles. And that was the last card at the bottom of the deck. That would have been the bottom of the deck card. So that last but not least kind of capstone of that pyramid of cups is going to be that which brings you that kind of financial relief. 10 of Pentacles in the upright is what you don't see at the bottom of the deck. And this offer is going to help you fulfill that destiny, fulfill that promise, if you will, of that. Yeah, questions are free. Tips and donations are much appreciated if you could afford to at this time. If not, no worries. But I do have the Cash App, PayPal, or Venmo. You know, like I said, if you have the means. But if not, feel free to write a question. Let's take a look at the cards. How is SM doing? How is SM doing? Let's take a look at the cards. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, I think he's running. Um, well, hold on, let me keep on thinking about this. So the King of Swords is showing like sternness. It's not really all up in his emotions or feelings. Um, I think he's taking it well, to be honest. Um, King of Wands in the reverse. This is like kindness, compassion. He could be focused on work or what he's building or working on. Um, I think he feels like he's right, like he's stuck to his guns, he's stuck to his moral code or conduct here. Six of Wands in the reverse. Um, so yeah, it's a very like uncompromising energy. Like I know what's right, and I'm not gonna compromise myself. Yeah, Six of Wands came out. Both I'm using a super deck here, so both the Six of Wands came out in the reverse. So um, yeah, and it's giving him perspective. You know, I think he's able to kind of like look back at the connection and reflect. Hangman here is about seeing things in a new light. We get a lot of perspective when we're not in the middle of a situation. But for your energy, I feel as though that you're still kind of like thinking and processing and hoping that something comes about it, because I feel as though that you more so have an energy of like looking back and maybe waiting for him to try to like, you know, manifest you back or pull you back or whatever. But if you're showing signs that you're moving on, then you can't have both, you know? Um, so yeah, yeah. Let's see if anything else for the general collective wants to come out here, messaging wise, spirit. We say, I say spirit because it feels like to say God feels like irreverent. I feel like so. I usually just refer to it as spirit, but to me, that's like a mediator from like, you know, God to, you know, whatever. That's where these messages are coming from, basically. They're coming from the good, you know. Um, so spirit messages. Let's see what wants to come out here. Let me get one good shuffle, and we'll see what else wants to come out here. Welcome. Let's see. I think how thick this deck is. It's a super deck. Double the magic. Double the fun. Okay, let's see here, Spirit. Any general messages? Anyone that resonates? Cutting ties, 5 of sword in the upright, 4 wands in the reverse. Something that didn't go as planned all of a sudden. Okay. Sometimes 10 of swords in the reverse is good. I don't characterize, it's normally known as self-sabotage, but I could get more of a colored version of what it's referring to. I'm getting that you're at a place where you're not going to tiptoe around bullshit. And so if you call something out, then that's going to be a part of you affirming your truth. And you rather do that and be out in the cold than a part of some bullshit, because you know that a higher spirit is going to move you from this bullshit to this awesomeness, right? The bullshit is just the fertilizer to help grow some awesome, miraculous shit here. And I think that the Tower card is what's kind of signifying that. Okay. Four Swords is just saying, like, make sure that you are getting rest if you're burning a lot of energy. Okay, because there will be callings for you to prepare to meet halfway, is how it's coming across. Yeah, that 2 of sword in the upright. Those connections and what have you. 9 of wands in the upright is feeling like this is well overdue, or, you've more than put in the work and the effort. But again, that's why you have to defer to divine timing. That's how it's coming across. Even when things feel like they're off track. Trust and affirm that is the quickest way to get to where you want to get. And it might not seem like that, because it's like for 3 months you might have been, sitting on the bench, so to speak. Spirit has you on lockdown, But again, trust that that's the quickest way to get you to where you want to be. And from the human day in, day out perspective, you might not see that, but it's coming here. Ace of Pentacle in the upright. But you know that manifestation has to hit, has to break, because that's how the universe works. The more time in the game, so to speak. And I do see you eventually getting to that place of stability here. All the signs point to it. Yeah. For a lot of the collective, it's like a new job. I know for me, it's new work, it's new employment here, and that's what we're seeing. 7 of Cup, 8 of Pentacle, 3 of Cup. Decision, choices, work, celebration. That chance to earn for yourself again. And this is like competitive options. Other people may be trying to battle for a position. But again, I'm confident that you're going to come out ahead here. I feel as though that there are offers that you felt like you've had to turn down. Others that you've rushed to, and again, things fell apart. But trust, excuse me, that water will reach its level. It will meet its level in divine timing. That's the King looking to the Temperance card is suggesting here. Your toil and your efforts will pay off. Your toiling, I should say. 3 of Pentacle in the upright, a house of employment. So yeah, a lot of it is just kind of, and again, you're going to be critical about, the timing that it takes here, because that's your human, God-given analytical mind. But both temperance cards came out in the upright here, so to me, if you stick to your guns, it's only a matter of time before you get this offer. You get your foot in the game, you know. Yeah, it's manifesting here. That victory rushing forward. Two of Wands. I know you're picking up on it. I know you're picking up on it. That weekend song, I feel it coming. Or how it goes. I feel it coming. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, see that rebirth. That rebirth of work here. Rushing forward. It's what you've manifested here. Seeing it, seeing yourself. Working, happy, all that stuff. Yeah, Empress is giving birth to stability here. Scales of justice are being balanced. Freed up energy with the Hangman. This is something that's due you, hence, fated and whatnot. It's meant to be a part of your story, your journey. Oh yeah, Sun card in the upright. You're gonna be very happy about this offer. It's gonna put you in this kind of seat of position here. After again being on the bench, you're gonna jump to it. You're gonna hop to it. It's like you have all this runway to come, kind of be positioned here. Okay. And it's going to allow you to keep on with your kind of spiritual, philanthropic pursuits as well. Six of Wands in the reverse, being kind of morally aligned. Yeah, that's been a theme, is like discipline / stubbornness paying off here. Okay. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it there. Yeah, look at that new action being handed and given to you. As always, I'm available for one-on-one readings. Feel free to like, share, follow, comment, subscribe. Text, video, phone. And High Priestess seeing that new contract here leading to Nine of Pentacles, Nine of Cups. New action being given to you. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, guys, feel free to text me if you're interested in a reading. It could be live or pre-recorded for you. We could negotiate price points and all that good stuff. Feel free to like, share, follow, comment, subscribe if you're watching the replay. Thank you guys for your time and your patience. Love you guys. Thank you for all your support on this channel. Holler at your boy. Peace.